Hey everyone, sorry for the long break, been a while, been busy, but anyway, let's not drag it out too long and let's get straight into it. So today I'll be taking a look at Lossless, or the website lossless.cash, basically the same thing. So this is basically a hack mitigation tool and something to basically protect the DeFi industry. So I'll just quickly show you the homepage and what they're advertising. So this is basically to help contract creators to actually protect their platforms and their tokens. So their short little blurb, they write, Lossless protocol freezes fraudulent transactions based on a set of fraud identification parameters and returns stolen funds back to the owner's account. So the nice little summary they've got down here is a kind of 3-step process. So urgent freezing, fraud analysis, and reversing stolen funds. So what actually happens behind the scenes is that people can interact with the Lossless API and build their own bots to detect hacks, like the recent Cream hack, which I was involved in unfortunately, and report it to the Lossless API. And then the Lossless committee takes a look at the transaction and decides whether it's fraud, whether it's not, whether it's just a junk report, and makes a decision to either freeze the transaction. And finally, the committee decides if it was fraud or some sort of hack, they'll enact a proposal to reverse the transaction, and then the stolen funds go back to the owner's address. So further down below, we've got actually how it works. So they got 2 levels, a rapid response and a lossless decision-making body. So basically the community can be involved in the rapid response, so people can actually manually report transactions, or they can just build a bot to point out fraudulent transactions and then report it on the lossless dashboard. And the second level is the actual lossless team, or the decision-making body. So 3 communities, the creator of the token, the lossless committee, and independent third-party auditors validate the hack and say, yep, that was a hack. And then they'll start the process to try and revert the funds back to their rightful owners. Hooray! So a nice little diagram provided down here shows that at its core, once a token contract creator actually adds the lossless code into their contract, they basically have more control over loss prevention features. So finders down here, which could be bots or just real humans, stake the LSS token, which at the moment is about $1.36. So they stake the LSS token and they report the hack, and then the decision-making body decides whether it's a hack or not, and then if it is, the funds get returned, and most likely the reporter of the hack gets a reward, and then everyone's happy, except of course the hackers. But why should you trust Lossless? Well, taking a look down, we can actually see part of the Wix team actually helped to design this, and I've gone on to a few of their LinkedIn profiles to see who they are, and yep, most of them are at Wix. Now, just taking a look at the tokenomics and just some general price information, we can see the total supply is about 100 million, and the current circulating supply, so what's actually available out there, is about 22 million and is available on Gate, KuCoin, Who, Hotbit, and a few other smaller ones. And I used KuCoin to buy about $1,000 worth of the tokens a little while ago, just because it's the most liquid and I don't have to pay hundreds of dollars in gas fees. And just coming onto their Twitter, they posted this nice little diagram which shows how the process works. So basically what I explained before, people find a transaction, it's frozen, the decision makers decide whether it's a hack or not, and if it was, the funds get returned. And something really cool, hopefully being developed very soon, this page just got published yesterday, but it's basically a vault protection tool. So if you want, you can take a look at this and read through it all. It's a whole lot of reading. I know not everyone likes to read, but basically it provides a tool, or a whitelist protection tool, that only allows a token to move certain places. So we've got whitelisting. So let's say a certain network called the Poly network, which may or may not have lost a few $100 million a few months ago, could have used this and been absolutely fine, because the whitelisting process basically protects the contract from the contract. And no, I didn't just misspeak, that's actually how it works. So basically, as part of the security process, the contract creator will have to verify the addresses to where tokens may go. So, as they write, since hackers usually steal funds by sending them to a previously unknown or new address, the lossless vault protection can implement specific rules, making it difficult to do that, or basically impossible. So anything outside a whitelisted address, so unless you're the owner of the contract, nothing is really going to happen. So in the case of Poly Network, they actually reverse engineered the bridge to make the contract execute a transaction, which probably shouldn't have happened. But if Poly Network was using this lossless tool right here, we can see the smart contract will not actually trigger a transaction if they didn't want it to. And then of course we got withdrawal limiting. So let's say someone gets a private key and there's $500 million worth of tokens in there. If there's a withdrawal limit on it, they may only be able to withdraw $1 million every block or $1 million every day, basically limiting the downside risk. And now moving on to something that does actually exist, we've got the lossless token minter. So let's say you're a team that's making a new token and you have no idea how to code or do anything. You could basically come over to the lossless token minter and mint your own token in basically a couple of minutes. So let's just hit up the page now. There we go. So create your token in just 1 minute. So if you create your token in here, this basically gives you the protection you need from hacks or something an audit might not actually pick up. And if you don't remember, a couple of months ago, Lossless actually helped Cream Finance recover $16.7 million back to their vaults. And yeah, that's a different hack. This last one, where they basically took everything, so a good few $100 million from the ETH network, that's still gone. And yep, my FTT tokens are still technically here, but if I go to withdraw it, oh look, there's no liquidity. And yeah, that is lossless. Hey everyone, if you like that video, consider leaving a like. If you want to have a good old chat, why not join my Discord server below. Okay, thanks, bye.